We're looking at Bald Mountain in the southeast sky, and you can see what appears to be a planet-like object because it is massive, and it is kind of similar to what we were looking at in other videos, but it was multicolored. In this particular angle of it, this is not multicolored. It's mostly red with looked like craters or something on it. Some people say it's Nibiru, some say it's Planet X, some say it's the 12th planet. Some call it Wormwood, some call it Nemesis, some call it the Destroyer. There's many talk, and there's lots of talk about a planetary-like object that, like Nibiru, it would have a debris tail that would hurl like fire on the Earth and stuff. And, you know, the dust, like iron oxide from that particular planet, some say that that is the red dust that we're seeing at times, and that is why we have the red sunsets and the red sunrise, because this object right here is out there. And we're going to go over there to the FAA webcam, you all. We are, and you can see that this is the FAA webcam. You see the little bitty airplanes and stuff like that. I did a screenshot of it. I'm going to Bald Mountain. You can see it right here. Bald Mountain. And this is today. I've got it set to where we can see, you can look down here, you can see the screenshots, and not the screenshot, the timestamp. So let's watch it moving in the sky, you all. Let's see it. I want you to see it for yourself, because something really is going on in the skies. And, you know, some may dismiss, oh, well, that's a lens flare. Well, it's reflecting something that's up there in the sky. It's silhouetting it. Look at it, like here, as it's appearing. So if this is nothing but a lens flare, then why? Why is the sky so red where the sun is in the mornings? And then when the sun set, if it's nothing but a so-called lens flare? No, a lens flare is not going to make the whole entire sky red. See, that's the thing. But something else would make the whole entire sky red. It would. It would be an object that is out there. Now, we can faintly see it right here on Bald Mountain. It's in the southeast sky, and they say, I think I've heard that Nibiru could be seen rising in the southern sky or something like that, you all. It's kind of wild. It is. There also looks like there's something else up there with it. Good morning, good afternoon, you all. I just wanted to hop on here and show this right here. I thought I'll go over here to the FAA webcam, and we can see if it has anything going on. You know, and we can also, let me do this, y'all. We can also type in Nibiru. If I can light my keys up, let me see this. Nibiru. The Nibiru Cataclysm. See, they've given it a name. The Nibiru Cataclysm is a supposed disastrous encounter between Earth and a large planetary object that certain groups believed would take place. Okay, the Nibiru Cataclysm. Let's see some images of it. Some show it as red, and what's in the sky is red. The sky is red, and this object that we're looking at, it does kind of favor that, you know. And then look at this, Nibiru coming. There's all kinds of documentation. And the sky, it gets a reddish orange when the sun is rising. And really, could it be because this right here is in the sky, right here? You may say, Gina, honey, I don't see nothing. Well, open your eyes, honey. Open your eyes, and Gina, honey, will also show you the screenshot that I kind of tried to highlight like that you all did. Good afternoon. We should be able to see it with the naked eye. Now, try looking at the sun with your naked eye. You can't do it. These cameras pick up things that the human eye cannot see. Okay, that's the thing, and you should know that. You really should know it by now, that the cameras, there's a reason they've got cameras all over the place, okay? They're looking for something. The telescopes, well, we've got certain types of telescopes that are able to view certain things that the human eye cannot view. That's just a given. And like night vision, you have to have certain types of, you know, camera stuff to see in the night. So no, You're not going to be able to see this with your naked eye, although there are some. Now, let me backtrack. There are some who say they can see the evidence up there in the sky. They can see the like planetary-like objects that are up there because whatever it is, it's getting nearer and nearer and nearer. Good evening. Well, T, honey, it's nighttime. I spoke to you this morning, T, honey. It must have been your afternoon. Yes, that's right. Hello there, Starfire, Angela. Yeah. Why is it transparent? Why are ghosts transparent? If ghosts are transparent, does it mean that the ghosts don't exist? Yeah, they really do exist. Ghosts exist too. Let me show you this right here. So if we were to come over here, let me get some screenshots. No, this is not the computer that you're looking for, Gina. You just need to go out of here. I thought I had my other computer here. I don't. I'm on my laptop, and I'm not on my other one. And you can come over here to the FAA webcam, and you can check out this images, because in the morning it documents these, and as it gets a certain point in the sky, it keeps documenting. Now, not all cameras are going to pick this up. They're not. Say, for instance, if we were to go, where is the other one? Let me see if I can find, I don't know what it looks like at a Wolf Creek Pass, but certainly, okay, we're going to click into the Wolf Creek Pass right here and see what the Wolf Creek Pass is showing. Oh, okay, it's showing it to you all. So we can look at this. There's no reason why we cannot look at this. We absolutely will look at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, we get to look at it, you all. Oh, wow. Can we do it? We can do it. Can we do it? Yes, we can, you all. I want to try to get to, you can see it right here at the Wolf Creek Pass. It's showing up right here. Let's see which image, where does it start showing up? There's something massively red behind here too. The sky glows all red. And if I don't look at your comments, it's because I am literally holding my cell phone in the landscape mode, and I am trying to focus. Okay, we can make it start right there because this is where it's starting to show up right here. I'm going to set the start right there, and I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to let it end right here. Set this point as the end, and we're going to watch it, you all. So let's play this thing right here. See if we got it coming on. Yeah, we do. This is Wolf Creek Pass, and we're watching it right now in the sky. So this is not a lens flare. Okay, this thing right here is literally like rotating around, is what it's doing. Let me see if I can like lower my screen. Yeah, I can. I'm lowering the whatever on my screen, the brightness of my screen. At least I think I am. We're at the Wolf Creek Pass now, and you can see the object in the sky. It is literally like a planetary-like object. Look at it, you all. And there's many theories out there. There really is many theories as to why we see what we see. And some do not accept any theory other than like it's a lens flare. But then there are those who know that, the red in the sky is not normal. It isn't. It's far from normal, although it makes for a pretty sunset and sunrise. And it looks really dynamic with certain types of, clouds, streaks, and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of apocalyptic looking too. If you're just tuning in, we're looking at the Wolf Creek Pass now. There is something up there in the sky, and I am not a subject matter expert on this. I'm not. There are those who have spent their whole lives studying Planet X, studying Nibiru, studying the 12th planet. NASA was searching for it. They found it once, and then they didn't say nothing else about it. And there's entire YouTube channels dedicated to this. There's some called Nibiru followers. Nibiru. See, you can find out information if you want to delve further into this Nibiru thing, because this is what they're referring to, what's in the sky. Really, why is the sun? Why do they have to cover up the sun as it rises and the sunset? Why do they have to cover that part of the sky? That should really make a person think, why are you covering up the sky before the sun even goes down? And why are you covering up the sky before it even comes up? See, that you should be able to question, unless it doesn't even matter to you and you don't want to hear about it. But to some, they can think outside the box and they can question it. Yeah. Um, yeah, there's something going on. And also, as this sun makes its trek across the sky, particularly on this Wolf Creek Pass, when it comes time for the sun to set, you can see it in that area too, I think. Um, I know I've documented it at nighttime also. I think that's in the western sky when the sun sets, and it's really pretty. Let's just face it, you all. This is much better to look at than some of the news that's on the news, because this is pretty positive because you got some beautiful colors. You got like a planetary like object in the sky, and there's no negativity associated with it, even though it could have negative consequences. But we're looking at something like this, and it doesn't speak or nothing. It just moves in the sky, and people observe it. That's the thing. It is. That's right, Lynn Perry. That's right. We can appreciate the pretty colors of it. We can. And we can focus on this instead of like negative stories that are out there. We really can. I can, if I make myself do it. And it's good to try to refocus on something other than, what's going on in the world, even though this is going on in the world too. And if our FAA WeatherCam cameras are picking this up, that there are WeatherCam cameras all around the world. They're picking this up also, you all. They are. But do the average citizens, do the people who are on the internet, do they get access to their weather cams that their governments have? Because their government has weather cams. I'm just wondering how that works in other countries. Do you have a public weather cam where you can go and you can view the airspace around your airports in like a time lapse, or this is like, I guess, every 10 minutes for this right here? Can you do that also is what I'm wondering. Reflecting, going up there. Yes, that's right, you all. And of course, there's always going to be naysayers. There's going to be naysayers, and there's going to be people saying, yes, there is definitely something up there. And then there's going to be, no, there's nothing up there. That's how it is with anything in life. Anything positive, it's got to have a negative for some reason. Yeah, that's right. You'll be glad when it goes. That's right. What's it going to do to the planet Earth? They say it could cause a cataclysm. And I think the rumor is, it's not really a rumor, it was like 3,600 year course. And some say that this planetary-like object, the closer it gets, the more it affects the Earth itself. I'm not an expert, you all, by any means whatsoever. The closer it gets, the more you'll feel the effects for it. And they say when you start seeing something, I can't remember, a big layer of dust, a heavy layer of red iron oxide dust all over everything, you all, that's your first warning right there. Now, granted, they have had dust filling the air, and they said it was from the Sahara Desert before. They have. But this like a particular like thing, thank you, Matthew. This particular like thing has like an elliptical like orbit. It's like oblong. It's like it's an odd shaped orbit. I'm trying to remember what I've read, and I'm not going to get it all right. And its tail is how many millions, thousands of miles long, and it could like affect it causes the poles of the Earth to flip. Yeah, that's what it does. It causes the poles of the Earth to flick, and as it comes, I think it must interrupt the Earth's magnetic field at that point. And it can cause all kinds of weather cataclysms. Also, not to mention, it's iron oxide. There goes my throat. Trying to itch again. The iron oxide or whatever that's in this system, as they say, make the waters bitter and turn the water red, blood red, from something like this. So yeah, I'm trying to remember it, but there's like talk about it. The cataclysm of Nibiru, the non-existential planet. They reject the Nibiru Earth collision, the rise of Nibiru, planet Earth D. Look, they even got an app on a Google Play. What evidence is there for the existence of the planet Nibiru? Will the mysterious shadow planet obliterate the Earth? 9 ghostly planets. And then if you were to do anytime, let's do a custom range. Let's see what they're saying about Nibiru. If I were to go, let's say right here, and if I want to change the date, I want to see if they're talking about it back in 20,002, 2002. Let's do a timestamp. Let's say right here, and just make this, I don't know, 2010, and see if there's anything on here about it. If you didn't know, you can do specified searches, and it will bring up stuff. See, sacred of planet Nibiru. NASA would like to help. According to numerous sources on the interest, 3 years from now, a planet called Nibiru will collide with Earth, and NASA wants to help. Approaching Earth, Science 3612, Age of Secrets, a scientific reality check. The manager of NASA's near-Earth object shares with you scientific realities surrounding the celestial happenings. You can see, there's so much things written on it. Okay, and if there's so much things written on it, then there must be some type of validity to it. Otherwise, why would you have a lot of literature? Why would you waste all your time? Why would everybody waste all their time talking about a hypothetical planet or a hypothetical system? Why would they? Oh, as I was saying, they say that it's supposed to be arriving around 2024, 2026 maybe. This one person calculates it arriving around 2040. So I don't know, you all. There's many predictions and stuff. And you can see this in the sky, but this is what some purport it to be, Nibiru. They do. There's many theories. And it's the sunsets are red. The sunrise is red. And has it always been like that? Do you remember that since you were little? Red sunrises and red sunsets? And we're talking really dark red. Yeah. And why all the spraying in the sky other, when something like this is up there? That's all I want to say. That's it. You wonder why they keep changing our timeline. I wonder too, Marie McDonald. The 5th of January of 2023. They're scared because the original man occupies it. Enlil. I've heard about the Enlil and the Inky. I have. And when I first heard about it, I thought, oh my gosh, I've never heard of stuff like this. Don't tell me that. That is literally disrupting my programming in my mind that I've had all my life. You're telling me about an entity or 2 entities, an Enlil and an Inky, that have existed. Then now you're talking about the Anunnaki, and now you're telling me other things that my mind has not been programmed to receive. More or less, you all, really is total shock. Hearing all the things out there when you step into this arena of this community, this UFO, this spiritual, all this other type of stuff that you hear that's out there, that's been written about, that people, study. It's pretty amazing to look at it from very different vantage points than the programmable point that you have had all your life. You just heard same thing with this planet is called the Wormwood, and it's being controlled by Nibiru. And Wormwood is supposed to cause the waters to turn bitter. And many people died, it says, because of the water that had turned bitter. You couldn't drink it. You couldn't drink the water if it had the red iron dust in it, because is that safe? Would you want to drink iron in your water? Well, some pipes, lead pipes or iron pipes, have water taste, but yeah, and it kills the, it's supposed to kill the life in the oceans and stuff too, suffocate them. Not to mention other animals or life forms. Oh, Carol, honey, that's okay. Love you too, Time Fix. I don't know, and I try to stay away from, things that people mainly focus on because, that's their subjects, but I like to, I'm an adventurist, and I like to sometimes take a scenic route on this journey that I'm on and look at different things that people may not have seen and that I don't specifically focus on all the time. But this right here is out there. That's the main thing. It's out there. The sunrise is red. The sunset is red. There's a lot of spraying in the skies and to try to block the sun. And the sun is super bright. We can't even look at it. Okay, we can't. And we can't. It'll blind you. And our world is turned upside down. And there's lots of groups that focus on something coming, some type of a cataclysm. And there's things about the Anunnaki returning, the Nibiru, the Enlil, the Incas, the gods of old, the ancient gods. There's so much out there that's written, so much history that was hidden or deliberately destroyed so that we wouldn't find out. Really, all of it. So I'm going to go. I just wanted to share this with you. I didn't want this to be a long video, but it's kind of long, and I don't like that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you can go to the WeatherCam at the FAA.gov, and you can check this out because something's out there. It's clear, and this thing right here is rotating in the sky. It is. Let's zoom it up so you can see it closer as it's rotating. It's really pretty. From an artistic point of view, it is. If you like beautiful, pastel-y like colors and rainbow-looking colors, it's really pretty. And I'm going to say this again. When I first started taking pictures with my clip-on lens, it's right here. This object showed up in it, but it wasn't rainbow colory. It was a pale tannish-like color, and it had all these holes in it, and I thought, what is that? And I never understood what it was, but every time I would put my clip-on lens on, it would pick it up. When I pointed my camera toward the sun, it picked it up. And looking at this is reminding me of it. It really is. It doesn't look normal. It doesn't. So I'm going to go, you all. It's really pretty. It is. Thank you for listening, y'all. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Lots of times they unsubscribe people from lots of YouTube channels, and this is one of them. And please give this video a thumbs up, you all. I appreciate you all taking the time to watch it because look how pretty it is. I love those colors. I really do. It's so neat looking. It's so wild looking. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. Again, this is the FAA WeatherCam at Wolf Creek Pass today. In the, let's see what part of the sky this is. This is the eastern sky of Wolf Creek Pass. And this is what is in the sky. You can see the timestamp up there. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. Love you. Thank you once again.